Dave, when you look at today and how aggressive you were, what was the conversation not only about being aggressive, but just making sure you could get to the heart of the ice where a lot of the goals you had, it seemed like they were within 15 feet?
Yeah, just trying to, there's a couple things, trying to get back to the pace that we knew we needed to play with. I mentioned and talked about, before the game how we're going to counteract, some of the things that they were doing and did really well in the last couple of games. And then, just trying to get traffic, trying to get to that hard area, and whether it's, getting through the goaltender's eyes, whether it's, being able to stick around, hang around and find a rebound. We were committed to doing that tonight. And that's a good step for us. We talked about trying to find ways to grow as a hockey team here as we go through a really challenging series, and that was an area that was better tonight, and obviously is going to have to continue.
Dave, you guys obviously had the building behind you, but how important was it to have that kind of a start, especially knowing Dallas hasn't won a game this postseason when they haven't scored first, just to get out ahead like that?
Yeah, our starts haven't been, we came through the first round and our starts were really good. We haven't been able to establish that as well, this series. And, I thought we started pretty good on the road the other night. But all of a sudden we're down by 2. So it was nice to feel good about, the way that we started, as well as, have some of the results. Obviously we gave the momentum back real quick, with them getting their first goal, quickly after. But when you feel the momentum in the building and the energy in the building, that was an important way for us to start tonight.
Dave, can you comment on why your power play was so dynamic?
We're pretty simple. We won face-offs. That's one. When you start with that. So let's just start with puck battles, right? And that's a puck battle. So we started with the puck. We were looking to, not just to get set up and stay on the outside. We were looking to get into an attack mode with a mentality, and that I thought the first power play really set the tone for us.
Dave, you have 3 guys in the lineup with kind of interesting stories. You have Matty Beniers, who's a rookie, Ty Carte, who's a rookie, Ellie Tolvanen, who got claimed off waivers mid-season. All 3 of them had a huge impact on the game today. How special is it to see guys like that step up in huge games like this? Yeah,
just keep playing, fellas. Just keep playing. They're playing their tails off. They're playing with a lot of confidence. Things haven't always gone great for them. Matty's had his ups and downs, as you go through, with the responsibility that we place on him, but he continues to show up the next day and battle and compete. And, now we're going to to another game 7, and, he's going to have the opportunity to show up and battle and compete again. Same with, Karts and Tolvie. Tolvie, over the last couple of games, it looked like, the gas tank was almost getting a little low. That switch flipped tonight. He and Ollie and Gordy were, they were good. They had great pace, really good tenacity. Nice to see Tolvie score a goal. Obviously, that's a big deal. And Karts just continues doing what he's doing. I don't know how many hits he had tonight, but he's not running around looking for it. He's taking what's there in every part of the game, whether it's on the offensive side, whether it's a little play that he has to make, or on the physical side. So, he's done a nice job.
Dave, here in the back, you talked about your team growing, and now you have a second Game 7. What do you take from the first one? What did you guys learn from that one that they could apply to this one?
Well, I haven't had a lot of time to think about it yet, but I'm sure there's some things that we can apply. But this is a different series. This is a different opponent. I talked about it today. Not only are we playing an opponent that has great players, high-end guys at the top of their lineup, but their depth is good, and you saw that again tonight. They're a pretty complete hockey team, so this is a little bit different, look going into Game 7. But probably the best way that I can answer your question is just saying, we've just got to be ourselves. We did that today. We had a goal in mind. We wanted to make sure that we were still one of the 6 teams alive. When we woke up tomorrow morning, have the opportunity to go and play a Game 7. We know the test, we know the challenge. It'll be a big one, but we'll be ready.
Just piggybacking on the growth thing. I mean, you've played 13 playoff games now over a month. Where have you seen growth?
Well, I love the way our team handled today. So that probably speaks to it. We knew what was on the line. Those guys, as a staff, we didn't have to say a whole lot. I mean, we went through, some specific preparation, but very simple preparation. We just felt like, from the get-go this morning, our guys, had a good focus. They were, relaxed overall. And that formula has usually led to pretty intense starts for us, and it did. And, ups and downs tonight, right? We handled them and got through them. You think of the first shift of the third period tonight, a little bit too much chaos there. But that's where we've grown, guys on the bench just talking to one another, settling things down, making sure we get to the next shift and do it the right way. So that's, one of the biggest areas of growth, and that comes with, it speaks a little bit to the belief that the guys have in themselves and the guys sitting next to them.
Dave, two-parter. The first is, what was kind of your overall assessment of the way the defensive structure looked tonight? And second, what did you all do today with guys like Hintz, who, look, entering the weekend, he was tied for the league lead in points these postseason, but yet today it seemed like you were able to at least kind of contain him a little bit. So what was the conversation there?
Well, just getting back to who we are, I mean, those guys they're tough to play against if you're a little bit off. And they had a big say, for sure, the entire series, but over the last couple of games they've elevated, and we hadn't been able to match that. Don't get me wrong, they had their looks tonight. Again, look back through the chances, and you're going to see those guys involved, right? But by us, it's got to be by committee, and it was. Tonight it was by committee. Everybody did their part. When we can have that type of rhythm, it allows us to have good energy, good pace, and that makes us hard to play against.
Good. Thanks, Coach. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks.